So, for many of us that are in one of the phases of menopause, I am sure we have experienced many, if not all, of the symptoms that come along with being in a phase of menopause when we've woken up in this strange foreign land called our body. Okay. It's a strange, it's a foreign land. It is something that we know absolutely nothing about. We weren't prepared for it. We knew nothing about it. We may have heard somebody talk about it before, but really didn't pay attention to it. And if we did pay attention to it, it was like, okay, it's not going to happen to me. And those multitude of things that I'm talking about can be anything from the hot flashes and the night sweats and the chills and the fatigue and the brain fog and the forgetfulness and the list goes on and on. The weight gain, which is going to be the focus of my talk with you today, the weight gain, the pockets and layers of fat that decided that they were going to plant itself in different parts of our bodies, including this midsection. Okay. And I know me, I have taken care of myself throughout the years, been mindful of my diet, been mindful of the exercise, because that's just something that was important to me. Everybody is wired differently. That's the way I was wired. That's what was important to me. Those are the things that I focus on when I was coming up and was always successful at it. And all of a sudden, the things that I knew, the things that I understood to be true, they were not true anymore. They did not work anymore. And therefore, being in a foreign land, okay, and not knowing the language, okay, of this land is exactly what it was for me. And I have to be completely honest and candid about the whole thing. When I started seeing all this fat accumulating on my body, particularly in my midsection, I was never one to say, okay, you know what, a surgical procedure, okay, is something that I would even contemplate, even consider. But I have to tell you, okay, after fighting this battle so many times and failing, that was something that I started to pay more and more attention to. Show me the liposuction, okay, show me the tummy tuck, show me the sonobello, all those different ads that would come up that, would give you this ideal body that you were striving to get. All those things would come up and it's like they were just knocking on my door, whispering in my ear, psst, yes, you, okay, I've got the solution for you. And I'm telling you, that stuff started to sound really, really good. And I had to sit back and I had to think about it. It's like, that really isn't you. Okay. You are going through this phase of life, and the things that you're doing is not working for you anymore. And you just can't hop on this bandwagon of a fast, quick solution because of your sheer frustration. Okay. That is something that you're not going to do. And I'm here to tell you, okay, that I am not here to promote. I'm not here to condone, okay, any surgical procedure, because that is something that is purely a personal choice, something that you really have to research and take very, very seriously if it's something that you are going to consider. And it's something, okay, that if that is in fact something that you are going to do, okay, you have to embrace and live with the consequences of it all. So again, everybody comes to a different fork in the road, and the whatever path that they decide to take, okay, they have to be accountable for that decision. It's just not something, okay, that I opted to do. So I'm here to share my experience, share my frustrations, share my story, in the hopes that maybe what I went through could possibly help you in your journey. So just to share with you where I am right now, I am now just a little bit over 60 years old. I am now postmenopausal, um, but I still struggle with my weight, particularly in my midsection. And I have to tell you that coming up throughout the years, okay, I did not struggle when I was a preteen, I was on the chunky side, but I decided as a teenager that I was going to diet. Okay, because back then it was all about being thin and putting on the cute clothes, and that's what it was all about for me. Okay, so I dieted and I exercised, and the weight started to melt, off my body, and I was able to go and buy the cute clothes. And back then I sewed too, and I was able to go to, the fabric store and pick out a pattern and pick out some material, and I could whip together in no time, you guys, the cutest little outfits and stuff like that. Just feeling good, okay, about my teenage and young adult self. Every time I put something on and I looked at myself in the mirror, okay, thumbs up, you are looking hot, you are looking good. And I felt really good about myself, really good about life, really good about where I was. And, the dieting at that time, as a matter of fact, that's another story, okay? Because even though I say I did not eat the wrong things, okay, I did not eat sugary things, I did not eat packaged foods, I did not eat processed foods, I did not eat high carb foods, I did not eat the takeout because that's how disciplined I was. I did not eat those things, but I went to the extreme, okay? And I was able to survive through those years, okay? I did not eat, okay? My body could survive off of very little food, and that's what I did throughout the years, not knowing that it was not the healthiest and best thing for me. But you guys, that's what I did. That's what I knew at the time. That's what I did. That's what worked for me. And I was able to keep the weight off, okay? And again, and felt good about myself. High energy, did not feel like any fatigue or anything like that. And just again, was just in a good place until menopause started to set in. And once again, woke up in this foreign land, called my body, and it's like everything that I was doing before, the diet and the exercise and the diet, was not working anymore. So what did I do? I exercised more. I dieted more. I dieted more. I exercised more. And that thing just was not working for me. The frustration was real. The struggle was real, you know, but I'm not one to give up. So when one thing didn't work, I amped up the other. Okay. When that thing didn't work, then I amped up the other. And altogether, you guys, that thing just didn't work anymore, even to the point where at some point I went to the doctor. That's another story in and of itself. Went to the doctor and I let them know it's like, okay, something's going on with my body again, not knowing that I was in premenopause phase, didn't know. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor started running blood tests and stuff like that. And they were saying to me, oh, okay, well, you may have the beginning signs of thyroid, issues and, bad thyroid. And every couple months they were drawing blood and you come back and they look at me and they look at the results and they look at the results and they look at me. And it's like, well, you may, after, eventually develop, what's that, high Hirimoto, thyroidism, some crap like that they were feeding me. You guys, okay, do yourselves a favor, research, understand your body, understand what is going on with your body. And if you go to a doctor, okay, and they sound like a quack and they make you feel worse than the way you feeling when you walked up in there, okay, run. What I got to say is run, because I was in that turmoil for months because I was hoping that they were going to give me the answers, the solution to my problem, because after all, they are the experts in all of this. And just to get to the end of, like I said, this cycle of going in and them again pulling blood, taking blood and doing these tests and then coming back to get the results and just over and over and over again, I finally came to the realization, okay, this is not working either. All right. So eventually, what ended up happening is I came into keto. All right. Now, I heard about all these diets before, and I came to learn about keto. As a matter of fact, I had firsthand, account from someone, saw them, spoke to them, and I knew that this thing worked. So I did keto. And I have to tell you, you guys, keto worked. Okay. I lost the weight. The weight came off very quickly, but it was not sustainable for me. it was not sustainable at all because I found myself actually eating a lot of foods that I really would not normally eat, like the high fats and stuff like that. That was just so contrary to what I wanted to do as far as my lifestyle is concerned. And then another thing that I found that I was doing as well is that I was making two meals, one for me and one for my husband. And with this busy, crazy, hectic schedule that I have, that was not realistic. I just could not maintain that anymore. And then the other thing is, if I wanted to have like a cheat day or whatever, after having that cheat day, getting back into keto was a struggle in and of itself. And I could not keep going through that up and down that roller coaster ride. It was just not me whatsoever. But again, I am not going to throw any shade at that diet, because once again, if it is something that you can maintain, that you can sustain, and if it fits your lifestyle, then have at it, because I am here to tell you that diet absolutely works. So after the thoughts of surgery left my mind, and after releasing keto, as the diet that I wanted to follow as far as my lifestyle is concerned. And I will say this too, before we move off of keto, I will say this too, there are some keto recipes that I still, eat to this day, They just happen to be really, really good recipes that fit into my lifestyle right now, that happen to be keto friendly as well, So I can't say completely that I have let go entirely of all of the foods. I just let go of that particular style of dieting. So I just wanted to make that perfectly clear, because I do, recipes on this channel, and you will definitely hear me say diets that are low carb, keto friendly. Because that's exactly what they are. But they are things that you will see that I will eat, on the regular as part of my healthy me lifestyle. So again, after letting go of the ideas of surgery, and then letting go of following a keto lifestyle, these are the things that I'm about to share with you that I feel that are helping me right now, once I settle into this new chapter of life that I am in. Foremost and forefront, embrace the body that you're in. And for me to say that, and for me to do that, you guys, was one of the hardest things for me to do. Because when was the last time that you actually embraced something, that you really did not like? And that is exactly how I was feeling about this body. I was not liking this body. I didn't want to look at this body. I didn't want to dress this body. I didn't want to go shopping for this body. If anything, I wanted to cover this body up with the loosest thing that I could find, just so I did not have to look at it. Never mind embrace it, But embracing it is exactly what you need to do. Because in order for things to change, in order for you to address the situation and address the problem and come up with solutions, you've got to embrace it, look at it, understand it, so that you can find the answers for it. And that is one of the reasons why I actually walked into this particular video, so that I can do what is very uncomfortable for me, and that is show my midsection and the jiggles and stuff like that. But sometimes that's exactly what you need to do, to get out of that comfort zone, so that you can help yourself heal and move beyond where you are, which is probably stuck. And that's where I was. I was stuck. I'm not stuck anymore, you guys. I'm unstuck. All right. And that's why I feel comfortable sitting here talking to you about it, and also sharing with you what this body looks like right about now. So, first of all, embrace the body that you're in. The next thing that I want to share with you is to Research, research, research to find out exactly what menopause is and what you can expect. Because as I said earlier in this video, a vast majority of us heard about it, okay? Maybe heard women talk about it, heard women or even seen women take, cloth and constantly patting, in the midst of conversation out, at a restaurant, pick something up, fanning themselves. Okay, we saw all of it, but never knew exactly what it was or what it even felt like, okay, or what it is that we need to do to quiet down some of these symptoms that we are having. So research, research, research so you know what you are dealing with, because if you don't, and then you start, going through these symptoms, okay, and then start grabbing, okay, these quick fix solutions, it's almost like going to the doctor and the doctor prescribing medication without having examined you and diagnosed you in order to give you the right remedy or the right medication for it. And that's what I feel that a lot of us do. That when we don't know what the problem is and we're so frustrated and the struggle is real, then we start reaching for quick fix solutions, which could possibly be temporary things, okay, but not something of any permanence. So once again, research, research, research so that we know what it is that our bodies are going through so that we can find viable, long lasting solutions to what we are going through. The third thing is to exercise. So, guys, it is so important to move our bodies. I've been moving my body since I was preteen teenager, around 11, 12 years old, for vanity reasons. Okay. But as we get older, it becomes even more important to move our bodies for our vitality. Okay. So that we age gracefully, so that we can prevent age related health issues and conditions from setting in, such as osteoporosis and loss of bone density, loss of muscle mass, loss of our strength, loss of our coordination, loss of our mobility. These things really start to set in as we get older because our bodies are, in fact, going through hormonal shifts and changes. And a lot of times, what happens is we don't see those things because they're internal, but they potentially can happen. And exercising, okay, can help ward off those things. And I will say a lot of times people, oh, I don't want to exercise. Oh, it's such a chore. Oh, it's so hard for me to. Guys, let me tell you, okay, I hear you. And it's easier for me to sit here, okay, and promote exercise because I believe in it so much and I've been doing it for so many years. But I will tell you this, there are so many forms of exercise out there. Just start looking at it and know that you've got to move your body. You've got to move your body, okay? Because it really does do a body good. It's also good for your circulation. It's good for your cardiovascular system. It's heart health, okay, that we are trying to maintain as well, you guys. It's our daily living activities, okay, that we are trying to maintain. Things such as simply getting up out of that bed, getting up out of a chair, standing up, walking, climbing the stairs, you guys, cleaning our homes, going grocery shopping, lifting those bags, okay, carting them in, into your home, okay, turning the doorknobs, all those simple things that we really don't, pay a lot of attention to until we can't do them anymore. Those types of things, okay, we can continue to do those things just as long as our bodies are strong. And one of the ways to keep them strong is to move our bodies. So you guys, go out to YouTube, go out to my playlist. Okay, I'm going to promote me too. Go out to my playlist, okay, and find something, okay, that you know that you can enjoy. And if you don't feel like watching anything I've said before in one of my videos, you guys, when you are in your home and you get ready to clean your house or whatever, put on a playlist that you enjoy, old school jams and stuff like that. And when you are cleaning your house, mopping the floor, dusting, washing those dishes, okay, whatever it is that you're doing, okay, put a little bit more energy behind it, okay? And before you know it, you're doing something, okay? And then that song brings you back to a moment in time of life that you enjoy so much. You could find yourself, moving and grooving. That's moving your body, all right? So please, 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 okay? Do your body good and keep it moving. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you is your diet, okay? Eating nutrient rich, high protein foods. That's one of the things that I failed to do. I am not even going to sugarcoat it. I failed to do that over the years. And when I really started paying attention to my body, even though I at one point was doing the keto, and then I was also exercising, okay, the weight came off, okay, but the muscle tone was not there. And when I realized the reason why, because my macro balance was off. Okay. I was eating for me, for my body. Okay. Let me just put that out there. My body, too much fat, too little protein. So I had to switch things around. So now I have more protein. All right. Which is exactly what my body needs. So first of all, I try to eat, okay, every single meal throughout the course of a day, which is a huge turnaround for me because that's not something that I was doing. If I got one meal a day, I was doing good. So I try to eat one meal per day and to make sure that there is a good source of protein in there. All right, you guys, whether it be, the chicken or turkey bacon, and it's lean meat for me now, okay, not the fatty meat, but turkey, ground turkey, and chicken breasts, lean chicken breasts, and the eggs, things, salmon, things such as that. Okay. The things that I am putting more into my diet, protein shakes, those types of things. But it's really important, okay, that I pay attention to make sure that I do eat throughout the course of the day to get a good source of protein and to get nutrient rich foods. Okay. So please do pay attention to that as well. So any diet that you feel fits your lifestyle, okay, whether it be keto, whether it be low carb, whether it be high protein, whether it be vegan, whatever it is, okay, make sure that you actually do eat, because as the experts have said before, you cannot out exercise a poor diet, which is exactly what I thought that I could do. Out exercise a poor diet, but they work in tandem. They work hand in hand. And another thing too, probably if you don't eat and get the nutrients that your body needs, as I said before, some of the things can start to deteriorate, such as your bone density and your muscle mass and stuff like that. And it probably also has a negative effect on other things too, such as, your hair, like your thinning hair, stuff like that. That is another thing that women go through in their menopausal years. Their hair starts to thin out. And it's a good possibility that, connecting yourself to, a nutrient rich diet can help, okay, forgo those symptoms as well. Again, something that I did not pay attention to, but please trust and believe, you guys, I am definitely paying attention to that now. And I have to say, overall, okay, doing those four things that I just told you about has helped me tremendously. Tremendously. I am still not, 100% satisfied with the body that I'm in right now. But you guys, I am happy with the body that I'm in right now. I can look at myself. I can say, oh, girl, you looking good today. I can look in the mirror and I can say, I, need to work on this, but look at the improvements that you made in the other areas. And that is a marked difference, a marked improvement from where I was before. So right now, you guys, I am celebrating me. And if you are not quite there right now, I pray that if you incorporate these things, that you real soon will be able to celebrate you as well. Because after all, you guys, I've said this before, we have lived a lot of life. We have learned a lot of things. We've had some successes. We have had some failures, but we should be in a place right now in our lives where we are ready to write the best chapter of our lives. And that is including embracing not a part of us, but all of us. We need to love ourselves, okay, like nobody else is going to. So, you guys, that is the message that I wanted to share with you today, just to give you some insight as to who I am and what my beliefs are. And I hope that also, you guys, that you do also tune into one of my two channels, okay? The channel here, which is Yoka's Woman. If you don't know what Yoka stands for, YOKOS, your own kind of special, because this is what we need to make our lives our own kind of special. March to the beat of our own drums. You know why we need to do that? Because we know who we are and we know what makes us happy. All right. So make this life your own kind of special. So here on Yoka's Woman, I bring you food, okay, and healthy home videos. So I do hope that you subscribe to my channel, okay, if what I am saying resonates with you. And then also, if you know somebody, you may not be going through all of this that I talked about, but maybe you know somebody that is, please do share. Okay. And then we as a community, we need to talk about this stuff. Okay. So that we can get it all out there, that we can say, oh, you know what? I didn't know that you were feeling that way too. I thought I was all alone on this island all by myself feeling this stuff. You are not alone, sister, okay? You got a whole community out here that is feeling the same way. So I hope that you will find something here, a delicious recipe, okay, which is something that I'm so passionate about because, again, there was a phase in my life, right? This one was not eating, but now I cook, you guys, okay? Mama, I could cook. So, and I enjoy it. And I have to say this to you guys because look, this video is almost 30 minutes long, but I have to say this to you see these people, okay, that they're set in their careers and what have you, and then they leave these careers and then they take a completely different path in life. And you always wondered, it's like, how they get from here to here. And you guys, I'm one of these people right now. I just a couple years ago, I would have never thought that I would be one that would get into the kitchen, make these recipes, and actually truly passionate about it. And I have to say, I'm gonna toot my horn again. Beep beep, you guys, I am good at it. So I please hope that you check out, okay, my playlist and you do in fact find something, okay, that you will make as well. They're nutrient rich, they're healthy, they're lower carb, they're lower fat, they're higher protein, and they're really, really good. So you guys, so please do check that out as well. And once again, I'm also going to bring you more healthy home videos as well. Looking forward to that. So I am getting ready to sign off for this day. And as I always say before I leave any of my videos, it is a great day. And you continue to make it your own kind of special. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you all real soon.